Hello, hello, hello. Today we would like to talk about the evolving road to beauty. I figure is the best way to describe it. I have been on a very, very, very long journey to declutter and clean up things and get things functional. Oopsie, I did it the wrong way. This is Zelda. That is Mishi. But that is Lucy. He's blind. He is Zelda's little boy. There's Bowser. He was a working sled dog who didn't want to do it. I suspect he had a injured leg, but he's such a big stuff. He's like a baby. He likes his stuffed toys and you can't put them anywhere, and he hogs all the blankets and all the stuffed toys from all these guys, takes their blankets. Anyway, I don't know where Lily is. Maybe I can get her to come up. Lily! Oh, I should have warned you I was going to yell. Lily! There she comes. There's the champ. There she is. And Lily, since she was a puppy, she sleeps with me under the bankies, and I sleeps on my pillow when I'm lucky. I love it when she does that. And anyway, yeah, she was also going to be a sled dog, but she was the runt, and he thought she would just end up being a breeder. It was very good. There we go. That he wanted that for her and ended up giving her to me. And I wasn't going to have a dog. I was, at one time, had no dogs, and I was very, very suspect about being able to feed one. How I ended up with 5 is a long story. We'll do another day. It's a sad story. I'm very happy to be able to do it. But I sure as hell didn't see it coming. I did, because I always wanted to rescue animals, and I had done cats for a long time. It's back when you could do it without being ruined financially by the veterinarian establishment. And I can't say that about all of them. There are some decent vets, but a lot of them have been bought out or sold out, whatever, and it's a really bad situation for the animals, for people. I have seen more people ruined financially trying to save their animal. The thing is, it wouldn't be so bad if they actually saved the animals. The thing is that I've had this happen to me with one of my dogs. I had another white one like Zelda. Her name was Zoe. She was just a dream, and she was from the same place. These guys came from a hoarding situation of 28 dogs. Had I had the means to do it, would have been my joy in life to have been able to take all of them and make a home for them, because they all deserved it. And some of them I think did okay, some didn't. I'm so blessed to have been able to save these guys. And it's going to sound weird, but when I have a death in my family of people or animals, I'll always hear back from them. I don't know if it's me or if it's them, but I feel like it's them. And Zoe said, "Thank you for making me a real dog." And that was her real pet, for giving me a real home. And because getting right off into the story here, and I really shouldn't. The picture I saw of her was of her in her kennel, which of course is just a cement little area at the pound, or at the SPCA where she had been placed. And I thought she looked really strong and really, I don't know if I would say aggressive. I love it when Lily does that little jog she has. That's her happy place. Lily, we're going to go this way, honey. There's so much snow. And place about an hour or so away yesterday was called a state of emergency, and power was out right before I left for work, and then it was out at work. And I was lucky, though. I was able to get to work. I was afraid I wouldn't get out the driveway. And because it was not plowed, but the roads were plowed. Where I live, that is a sight to behold. When you have to be at work for 8 o'clock and the roads are plowed on a Sunday morning, that is like a thing to give thanks for. Anyway, so Zoe, I was kind of nervous to get her. Thought she might be aggressive. She was a barker, but man, she was such a pet. So I don't want to bore you. She would come up and sniff my face every single day. In the morning, I would say good morning and pet the dogs, and she'd come up and just give my head a little sniff in my face. And I thought, I shouldn't be really probably letting her do this because, I don't know, like she could bite my face off. But she was my friend. She was a protector. She never left Zeus's side. She clawed the drywall insulation right out of the door frame because, or the side of the door, because I accidentally locked him outside one time. She did not like it. And because they had their own yard. And I don't even know what happened. I don't know, maybe the door slammed by itself. I don't honestly know how he got out there by himself. But you gonna roll? You gonna roll, Zeus? He loves the snow. You love the snow. These guys love the snow. So does Mish. She will not go out if it's wet and in the rain, but she will go outside in the snow and just love it. Watch where you going, Zeus. He can't watch where he's going. He can't see. He's good. He's tough as nails, this little guy. Yes, he is. And anyway, she passed away. So she had a heart murmur that I didn't know about. I wasn't aware of it when they brought her. Maybe they weren't, but apparently it was really bad. So I don't know what happened. If she got missed, she didn't even get her heart examined or listened to. It's hard to say. It must have been like quite a thing in taking 28 dogs of highly anxious dogs. Anyway, I still digress. I was talking about the road to beauty and the way that you seem to evolve, I guess. At first, I remember like a year or two ago, even a year ago, I was still frustrated. A year ago this time, I was frustrated as heck. And 2 years ago, very frustrated. It was a shithole. It was an absolute shithole. And my life had gone to crap, and I had not been home, and I had the dogs for about a year. And so I guess I had been home at that time, but it was a lot of, there was a lot going on. My mental health was not good, which I find amazing because I'm a very strong person, very independent, always have been because I had to be. And I would never see the day coming that I would say, like I always knew I'd been affected by crap that had been going on in my life from the time I was a kid. But I would never have said that my mental health was at question. And I don't know what the heck that is of Zeus. I'd have a better look at it. I think it's from him laying on the floor because I can't put much on the floor because he'll eat it, and I'm afraid that he'll get like that it'll cause him an issue and that he'll end up dying because they can't have stuff like that in their stomach. It can be very dangerous. So a lot of times he's got a rug, but I'm going to check that out. It looks like maybe a hot spot, which he has never had. Anyway, let's keep going here. Yeah, at first it was hell. I was so frustrated because I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. I was getting up at 4:30 in the morning and cleaning. I was absolutely obsessed. I wasn't working much. My daughter was living at the house, and the work situation was absolutely horrid. Half the staff quit, and it was just so toxic. I'm still there. It's still toxic, but not as bad, and I've been able to step back and reduce my hours, which is a shame because it's already a crap job, and when you have to reduce your hours, it doesn't do much for your pay. But I did turn it around. You have time or money. And so I took the time, turned around my house. Now I'm at the point that I'm going to be able to start decorating that. But I realized this morning that at first I was so frustrated, and I had acute anxiety. I would have heart palpitations that I actually went to the doctor for. Up to that time in my life, I had been like healthy, so healthy for my age, and taking such good care of myself. And like that, me going to the doctor for something like that, I barely went to the doctor my whole life for much of anything. So I just keep zooming in on Lily doing her little jog. She's happy today. She likes the snow too, I think. And so anyway, I managed to get it under control. And I will tell you all about how I did it. But another day, and give you some tools to do it. And they're really easy and simple. You just have to keep doing it. That's the thing. Even if you've got 5 minutes and you're going for the hit, man, that's what that was maybe my turning point. When I realized I didn't need medication. I was even on anti-anxiety medication 2 or 3 times in the last 8 years maybe. But 2 of the times were in a close period of time. And for me, they didn't work. Especially the first time, all they did was sleep and get fat, which of course made me more depressed. It just didn't work for me. The last dose I had was, I actually was on a very low dose, but the medication was a different one. It was better, I'll say. Didn't knock me out the way the other one did. I still, I think, gained weight. But anyway, do you guys want to go for one more little push? I call this a push, and you can do that in anything. You can do it in fitness, you can do it in cleaning. What it basically is where you could quit and be completely justified. We did our walk, but you can push it just a little bit more. And that's what we're doing right now. It's a beautiful day. Why not, right? So anyway, first stages of digging yourself out are going to be frustrated hell, because you're not going to be seeing much progress, and you're going to be working your ass off to get it done. You are going to be really applying yourself. You are going to be seeing some progress, but on the whole, it's not going to be much. And even now, I will say it's 100% better than it was, but I still get frustrated because there's still enough what I call roadblocks in the way that things aren't completely smooth. And but they're getting so much better. Jump to today, where I'm realizing I'm really enjoying. I have a maintenance little routine in the mornings, which consists of laundry, floors, dishes. If I can get those 3 done, and I make sure I do at least some, but most days I have enough time because I go to work later for that reason, because I have all my energy in the morning. So if I got to stand around at a crap job, I want my best hours to be for myself. So I was very lucky to be able to get my schedule that way, in large part because the adults that work there don't like working the evenings. They have their downfalls. I have to come home, and it really puts off my eating schedule, and I have to come home in the cold and dark in the winter and look after the ducks and the chickens outside, take these guys out, do all that stuff, and it's not fun, but I get my mornings. And so now I'm in the routine of doing that maintenance, whereas before there was so much clutter and crap around that I had to apply myself to decluttering projects. So while it was getting better, and those are like a major dopamine hit, which is where I was going before, don't deny yourself this knowledge. Dopamine is where it's at, man. Especially when you're in this position of having a lot of clutter and dirt and crap that you have to do just to get functional in your life. Every single time you improve and declutter something, clean something, make it a little more functional, you'll get a really good dopamine hit. What I started doing when I was really anxious, I'd have days when I knew I was really anxious and I had to do something. I would just put everything down and go do a 15-minute declutter, and it worked like magic. Nothing made me feel better, because a lot of the anxiety comes from a sense of loss of control. And I really had experienced that in a lot of ways. I had a lot of very close deaths in my family. One was literally, I was with him. It was my ex-husband, and he died with me. And that's another story I will tell you. It was the strangest set of circumstances, because we had really barely been speaking. But I think he knew that there was something wrong with him. And he had been really, really helping me a lot. And for that, I am forever grateful. And anyways, zoom into today. And I am doing my maintenance in the morning. It still takes me longer than I'd like, because I'd like to jump into stuff. But when I'm finished, and I do it every day, I'm no longer embarrassed if somebody comes in my house. I have a pretty big house. I'm working on actually making I'm not working on it. My son is making an apartment downstairs. And because we can do that. And that will be good. And then that'll be that whole part of the house I don't need to look after. And declutter. I've had to try to get it ready for him, which meant getting a whole ton of crap out of the basement as well. And I'm still working on it. I've still got more, but I've done well. Anyway, so now I do my maintenance, and I'm still working on projects. What, Mish? What? We're not going that way right now, okay? No, now I feel bad. Maybe we should go that way. It's just easier when there's all this snow to go on the wider trails. We'll go out again today. Maybe I'll take them on that trail later. So anyway, now, though, a project, there's maintenance and projects. There's small projects that are quick ones, mini project, micro project, and larger ones. You can break it down to any time that works for you. And you can set your timer for 1 minute if you only have 1 minute, and you can make a difference in something. And I do that. I call that pecking. I don't set the timer, I just call it pecking. So, right now my pecking project is, I've got a bunch of dead plants in my house because I brought them in over winter, but they just didn't make it. Some won't. And I need to get them outside because they're cluttering up my room. So that is, rather than take half an hour to do it, I'm in and out of the house enough that I'm just going to grab a plant or two when I come outside, set them in a pile ready to go, and then pick them up on the toboggan and take them back. And it really won't have cost me any time at all. And that kind of a thing really works. At first, when you start, you won't see any difference, but in time, it'll start be going, oh, that's all right. And next thing you know, it'll be all done, and you will have yourself a beautiful functional room. You're going to have to do some larger time spans, I'm sure, but it depends on the scope of the mess, right? So, that's where I am right now. Is my projects now are fun, because a lot of them now are not just getting rid of crap, they're actually converting, and I call this a double tap. Sometimes it's a triple tap. Converting stuff that I've kept, because I've gone through most of the house and gotten rid of like most of the garbagey stuff. And so what I've left is stuff that I wanted to keep because I thought I could use it. It is like peeling onions, layers and layers, and every time you do it, you'll be, what did I keep this for? Or you'll realize you don't need it anymore. I'm repainting and redoing the kitchen. It's not going to be an expensive project. I don't have the money, but I do need to do some painting and stuff. It was blue. I'm changing up the colors to just be a nice white. There's already a lot of white in the kitchen, but I'm going to do white and some black, a little bit of black popping, and accent the pine, because I have pine cupboards and counter. And I was watching a show on that on Masterclass, which I'll put a link for because it's really good. And there is an interior decorator who redoes houses from the floor up, and she she has a word for it, which I cannot ever remember. But it's just one main focal part that'll make your whole room pop. And for me, that's my counters, which have been buried under dishes for most of the time I lived at that house. And that's the thing. I don't know if this will give you any inspiration, but I'm absolutely aghast at this beautiful house that I have and the way I've wasted it and not fulfilled its potential. And I'm just starting to do that now, and especially since, like, when I was younger, that was a thing for me. I loved to decorate. I had a little mobile home and I had it all just set up just so cute. And then, but things happen, right? You have kids, you have jobs, and you just get busy and shit happens and knocks you right off your teacup and stuff. So, anyway, now it is beauty. It is beauty. I am double tapping and triple tapping and making things that I have laying around into things that improve my life. Someday maybe I'll go through and show you some stuff. Some of it, or a lot of it, is just a matter of moving it. Just moving it around. And using it. Because it's been sitting in a pile under a bunch of junk. You'll be amazed. Yes, I would like to do a video on this too. You can get rid of a lot of crap, and we hear a lot about that. But sometimes you find some great stuff that you are intruding on your privacy there, Jill. I was trying to get this. And you can find some great stuff that will revolutionize your life. It's amazing. So anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. And in this, I hope that you got this is junk that at one time was just laying around. My son made a nice little spot for it. And anyway, you will be very frustrated. It'll get better and better. Go for the dopamine. Use your timer. Use any minute that you can, but don't be like stressed about it. But if you've got some time, it's well worth it, because sooner or later, every single thing, I used to think of it as a list of 1,000 things, and I'm probably down to about 200 now. It seems like a big list, and it was, but it will go away. It will get better. And then next thing you know, you're making absolute magic. You're turning things that have just been sitting there collecting dust, maybe even getting broken or are broken that just needs to be fixed, and transforming your whole life, and it feels really good. And it's fun. Now I enjoy it. Now it's not an anxiety-ridden thing that I have to do and have to keep going at and have to make my mad list every day of things that I better damn well get done or I'm going to die, I feel like. Now it's just stuff that I enjoy, and I have a good time doing it. And then, and I reap the benefits every single day. So, with that note, I say adieu, and let me know how you guys are doing. Have a great day. Maybe we'll end on a better note. Have a great day.